Hello dear students, welcome to Devika's Commerce and Management Academy. So auditing, somewhat you got an understanding. First chapter, first unit is completed in auditing. Now we are entering into the second unit. Second unit is only on one topic, that is types of auditing. Entire unit, types of audit, in one class I am going to cover. Just in one video you are going to get the concept of this. Very interesting, and it is must and useful also. Generally when somebody is assigning auditing work to the auditor, so he must know that what kind of audit is assigned to me, or if I want to assign some auditing work to some auditor, which kind of audit I have to assign. Means both the parties, client as well as auditor, both of them should have an understanding what kind of audit it is. If we know the kinds of audit, then only we can decide that what audit we wanted to assign, what audit he got it. So all these things he'll come to know. So that is why you must know types of auditing, right? So before going to the session, please I request you all to subscribe to this channel and do forward these videos to many students. So because all these videos are many videos, more than 600 plus videos uploaded just free of cost. Anyone can use it. Let the benefit goes to many students. Please recommend this channel to many people and support our channel. Now coming to today's class, in one class, as I told you, going to cover all the types of audit. If you see the table, you may get confused, but I'll make you to understand in an easy way. Okay, types of audit. See, types of audit. Mainly you can say that types of audit is of 6 types, 6 kinds of audit. First one is, as per the scope of the auditing, we can divide into 2 parts, general and specific audit. Once again, specific audit is divided into 11 audits. We'll go in depth. Right now understand scope. As per the scope, it is general and specific. Now as per the nature of activity, divided in 2 parts, commercial or non-commercial, nature of activity. Third one, form of organization. As per that, private or government, both are available, not anything else. So that is why form of organization. Is it a private organization or government organization? This is third kind of auditing. And fourth kind of auditing is that who conducts audit. Means here we can say it as a 2 types of auditing. One is independent audit or internal audit. Okay. And next, legal necessity. As per the legal necessity point of view, only 2, statutory or non-statutory. Statutory means compulsory. Non-statutory, not required. It is not mandatory, but people can go for auditing as per the requirement. And the third one is that methods of examination. As per the examination of methods, as per that, continuous audit or periodic or annual audit. Here legal necessity, as I told you, statutory, non-statutory. Under statutory, once again we have 6 types of auditing. Non-statutory, 4 types of auditings are there. Shall we go in depth? Got an understanding? So how it is divided? Now we'll discuss each and every point in depth. First thing is that scope. As per the scope, auditing is divided into 2 parts. One is general auditing, specific auditing. General auditing means when this general auditing is given to the auditor, he has to check all the transaction in general. No specific instructions or nothing is mentioned. Just generally he can check up all the transactions right from the beginning to end of the balance sheet. He has to check. That is general. And second one, specific. Specific means specifically this is the auditing I am expecting. This is the result I want. You have to focus on this particular aspect. In that way, specifically when auditing is given to the auditor, that is specific audit. Specific audit also, there are different types of audit. Which kind of specific audit you want? Select it out of these 11. Out of this 11, decide which audit you want. See the first one, specific audit. First one, partial audit. Partial audit means I don't want entire auditing to be, entire books to be audited. I want only particular aspect, or only balance sheet I want to audit, or only this branch, only this department, like what I want. partial audit. Entire accounts need not require auditing. Only particular aspect only I want to be audited. So this is, we call it as a partial audit. Partial audit means the client feels that this area is important. I have doubted this area. So if this is correct, everything is good. So I wanted to go for only this particular area. That is partial audit. Partial audit is having its own benefits, like time will be saving and your money will be saving, and wherever you have doubt, that accuracy you are going to get. And after doing this partial audit, if you find any kind of difficulties, then automatically you can go for full auditing also based on the result. So like partial audit generally most of the time small organizations will be taking this. In the same way, next one, occasional audit. Occasional audit means whenever they feel that I want to go for auditing, they can call the auditor and please go for auditing. Occasional, not regular. Occasional audit can be like monthly, not monthly, yearly once, yearly twice, yearly thrice, yearly 4 times, like occasional. Any particular, or a half year auditing occasion. It depends on the client. So whatever he want, he can. That is, we call it as occasional auditing. And third one is that interim audit. Very important auditing. Interim audit means mid of the year when we wanted to go for auditing, that is called as interim audit. This auditing generally useful for those companies where they wanted to declare interim dividend. Did you hear this word, interim dividend? Interim dividend means mid of the year whenever they find lots of profits in the organization. So interim dividend they are going to declare to the shareholders. Before going to declare this interim dividend, they can go for interim audit, means mid of the year auditing. So that they'll come to know the accuracy of the accountancy and what they are going to do, everything they'll come to know. So that is why interim audit they can go. And fourth one is cost audit. Cost accounting, you know. When cost accounts are audited by the auditor, that is cost audit. Mainly on the area, when do we prepare cost accounting? Especially manufacturing level. So what are the expenses, how the process is going on. So there are particular concepts. So that area we wanted to go for cost auditing. So for cost auditing, the auditor must have ample knowledge. He need to have a fundamentals of cost accounting very clearly. Need to have a command over cost accounting, and basics should be strong. Then only it is possible to go for the cost audit. Generally the big organizations who are under the manufacturing process, so they just go for the cost audit. And another one is that management audit. Management audit means, so this will give you the assurance of the efficiency of the organization to the management. Sometimes management may feel that how the organization is going on. We wanted to check. To know the efficiency, they may give to the auditor management audit. Means you work on behalf of us, check out and give us some advices. So that advices which are useful to the management only. Efficiency of the management they are checking, and advices related to the management they are going to give. So that's, we call it as a management audit. And next one is that performance audit. Performance audit is nothing but simply how is the performance of the auditing. If the performance, it's not auditing, performance of the organization. How is the performance of the organization? Because generally the auditor will be having a ample knowledge in the organizational activities and accounts, and not only that, he is visiting to many organizations. He has a good knowledge about the other organizations also. In that way he can just check it out and he can say that performance is good or bad, and how at the end how the performance can be increased, what are the measures, what are the recommendations from his side, that is also who is going to give. So that is, we call it as a performance audit, that is performance. Next one, standard audit. Standard audit means nothing but simple, there are certain principles and there are certain parameters which has to be followed by the auditor. Simply when the client is saying that I want standard audit. Standard audit means he has to check up main transactions on the base, especially like journal entries, ledgers, trial balance, and preparing the trading profit and loss account and balance sheet. So these are all the main aspects. The standards are to be maintained by the organization. That standards he is going to check it out properly. So that's standard audit. In the same way, in-depth audit. In-depth audit means the auditor has to check each and every transaction of the organization. Accounts, suppose say accounts he is checking it, the base accounts he'll check. Then after that, financial accounting, cost accounting, management accounting, any accounting which is related to the organization, all these transactions he is going to check with his staff members in depth. Not going to leave any transaction, in depth with evidence and properly, and at least 90 to 99% he wanted to be sure that whatever he has done, that work is clear. So that is called as an in-depth audit. Next one, we call it as a post and watch audit. Post and watch audit is specially related to the vouchers and posting. Posting means journal entries and ledger accounts, trial balance. So this base posting, and that posting is done through the proper vouchers or not, with evidence or not. So there he is going to make much focus. So there only if everything is proper, then automatically the accounts 90 to 95% accounts are clear. So that is why sometimes the client may be saying that please go for this one, post and watch audit. So that is going to give you a clarity about the accountancy. And next one is that operational audit. Operational audit means it's related to the operations of the organization. Means especially the operating expenses, incomes, and how they are spending it. Is it properly utilizing or not? The funds utilization, funds collection, total organization activities, operational activities, he is going to check it out. That is why we say it as a operational audit. Last one is that cash audit. Say I am a client, I want only cash audit, not anything else. Means the auditor has to focus on the cash transactions. How much is cash is receiving, how much cash is paying, cash book. And each receipt and payment should be supported with the proper evidence, that is voucher. Okay, so then cash book is clear. That is, we call it as a cash audit. So these are all specific audits. So this is about the scope, general, specific. Under specific we have discussed total 11. Next one, nature of activity. As per the nature of the activity, we can say commercial, non-commercial. Easy to remember na? Nature of activity, commercial, non-commercial. Commercial activity means the auditor is going to work in the organization for auditing work only for the commercial purpose. We are paying fee, he is going to come and work because of that fee only, not anything else, totally commercial. Right? The relation between the client and audit will be based on the audit fee, whatever he is going to get. So that is commercial. And what about non-commercial? Non-commercial means this is applicable in the organizations of government organizations. So if you are an auditor on behalf of the government, means he will be getting salary, not audit fee. Salary he will be getting from the government, so he is going to work. That is non-commercial. Working on behalf of the government, so he is getting the fee also, fee or salary from the government only, not from the client. So that is why it is non-commercial, and he has to work more sincerely because on behalf of government he is working. They should have knowledge, he must be honest and sincere, and his efforts should be 100%. So that is non-commercial. And the third one is that form of organization. Different forms of organization. One is private and government. Private means, as you know, only to those organizations where privately they can go for auditing. In fact, for private auditing, it is not at all mandatory. For private audits, it is not mandatory. Only they can just go for as per their requirement or as per their comfortability, reliability, trust. For that purpose, they are going for auditing. especially if you take sole trader, partnership, and all these things are private. And the second one is that government audit is compulsory. It is compulsory because the government is running with the amount of the public. When public amount is utilizing, it must be utilized properly and without any hesitation, without any delay, and without deceiving someone, without manipulating something. So that is why government audit, private or government. Private is not mandatory, but government auditing is compulsory. And next one it is who conducts auditing. Who conducts means independent. Here we can say two types of auditing: independent, internal. Independent means this auditor is appointed by the client. He is independent. He is appointed by the client or government or whoever it may be, but he has to work for the organization, independent, and he is not going to be influenced with someone's influence, or someone is going to talk, or someone is going to take him under his control. So all these things are not going to happen because he is independent auditor. Whereas who conducts means second one is that internal. We are saying internal auditing means he is not independent. Internal auditor is appointed by the organization only, management or directors. These people are appointing the internal auditors, means they are working under the organization. They are not independent, they are dependent, they are working for the organization, they are appointed by the organization, they are responsible for the organization. So that is why, so this internal auditing is not independent, but independent auditors are appointed by someone and they are going to work sincerely, independently, without any influence. Okay, am I clear? Now next one is that legal necessity. So this we have discussed, no? Legal necessity. As per the legal necessity, there are two kinds of audit. One is statutory, non-statutory. Statutory means compulsory, mandatory. For which kind of organizations it is mandatory means, example we can take companies, any joint stock company. So public companies, all the companies it is mandatory, statutory. And in the same cooperative societies, okay, cooperative societies and trust, these two are working with the money or with the funds of the public. So that is why made it mandatory, statutory. And banking companies, banking means with the deposits of the public, they are working. So that is why banking is compulsory. Insurance company also, they are running with the public amount, which is a government organization. And electricity company, these are all statutory and compulsory auditing. It is required, mandatory. Whereas non-statutory, not required. But if they feel that auditing is useful for them, they can go ahead. Otherwise, not required. What kind of organizations comes under non-statutory means, first thing is that sole trader. Sole trader, you know that if he is having a lots of businesses and activities are more and he cannot control, and who wants accuracy of the accountancy, then he can go for auditing. Purely it is as per his decision. He is not forced by someone, purely by his decision. As per the advantages, he can go for auditing. That is sole trader. And also firm. Firm is partnership firm. Partners also going to get lot of benefits. If the accounts are audited, we have discussed already. If the accounts are audited means, so reliability will be there, and also they can get the loans from other companies, they can get the subsidies also, and people will trust on this partnership firm because auditing is confirmed. Auditor is certified the accounts, right? In the same individual, non-individual, a single person, no business, but I have a lot of transactions, so I want an auditor, then I can go ahead, okay? In the same others, if any other people are there. So that's about statutory, non-statutory. And last one comes to methods of examination. So how to examine the transactions, how to examine the accounts. So on the basis of this, we have two: continuous or periodical annual. Continuous audit means auditing goes throughout the year, where we have discussed partial audit, and periodical audit means only particular period. Continuous audit means as the accountants are coming to the organization for daily work, in the same way auditor is also going to come to the organization throughout the year. Continuous audit. So this kind of continuous audit is going to be conducted in those organizations where business is vast, crores of business is there, and transactions are a lot, and thousands of employees are there. Along with these employees, this auditor is also appointed. You have to come regularly. So that's continuous audit. Whereas periodical annual audit. Periodical audit or annual audit both are same, but we are using different words: periodical audit, annual audit. Now when does this periodical audit or annual audit is going to take means the moment when accounts are completed. The moment final accounts are completed, like balance sheet is completed, then auditing work starts. Means yearly once, annually he is going to do the auditing. That is why we say it as a periodical or annual audit. So this generally the small organizations will prefer because transactions are less, accounts are less, and why to take continuous audit? Periodical audit is enough. Yearly once he'll come, hardly 2 days or 5 days, 1 week maximum, he'll sit in the organization, he'll complete the work along with his audit staff, and the work is finished. That's it. Now you got an understanding. Now out of all these things, we must decide that first, what is our organization? Our organization, nature of organization, which kind of audit is required, then we can decide which kind of audit, then we can go ahead. Take a screenshot or note down. This is second unit, and in the coming classes we will discuss more about auditing. Stay connected. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and forward these videos. Study throughout the semester. Before exams, just revise it. You will be the topper. Study well. Good luck.